Okay, guys, we're gonna do a little guitar lesson on how I play Spin the Wheel from Arcane Season 2. So the first thing is the tuning. All right, so the guitar is tuned to E flat standard, which is basically the standard guitar tuning, but everything is one semitone lower than the standard tuning. All right, so the strings sound like this from the lowest to the highest. Since I play the harmonica along with the guitar on this song, I like to make sure that the guitar and the harmonica are very much in tune with each other, and that's why I tune the guitar to the harmonica. And I do this by taking a B harp, in this case, right there, a B harp, and I will try to sync up the three blow or two drop. Since those are the same notes, both of them are an F sharp, I believe. I sync up the three blow with the third string, or the G string, as they call it on the guitar. This one. I tune that, and then I tune the rest of the strings to be in tune with the G string, alright? Even though I'm in E flat tuning, I'm gonna use all the same chord names and string names as if I were in standard tuning. So this is gonna be a G, this is gonna be the high E string, the low E string, etc. Alright? Just so it's easier to communicate all of this. So the chords in the song are very simple open chords, and I play some of them a bit differently, so I'm going to go through all of them. First we have the G chord. This is like a standard G chord, but without the third over here on the fifth string. I don't play that, okay? I don't play the A string at all. It's muted like this. I mute it with my ring finger, with which I fret the third fret on the low E string, okay? So the chord sounds like this. Okay? Then we have the B7. Then we have the C. But we have a couple of variations of the C chord, and most of the time we use a variation where I put my pinky on the third fret of the high E string. Sounds like this. And at one point I play what I believe is a C9 chord, which is if you take a regular C and then you put your pinky on the third fret of the B string. Okay, it sounds like this. Okay, then we also have the D chord, just a regular D major. We also have D sus4 and D sus2, which is this. And also we have our E minor chord. Sometimes I play it, and most of the time I play it with my pinky on the high E string on the third fret. So it sounds like that. But you can sometimes play just a regular E minor. Okay, so those are all the chords that you're going to be using throughout the song. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the rhythmic structure of the song, and a little disclaimer is that I'm not really an expert on music theory. So I might be a little off with the time signature. Maybe this could be interpreted in a different way, but this is how I feel the song, rhythmically, how I feel it, all right? In my mind, the song is a 3/4, which means that you feel it in groups of three. To take the intro, or part of the intro, for an example, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, like that. That's what I mean by groups of three. We're gonna say that one group of three is one bar. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's how long one bar is in this song. Okay, and 6 of these bars is one phrase. That's how I'm gonna call it throughout the tutorial. You could say that each phrase of 6 bars is equal to one line of lyrics. Okay, and the whole song is structured like that. Some people have asked me about the strumming pattern in the comments, and honestly, this is not something that I gave much thought, but so I had to reverse engineer it. But basically, as far as I can tell, the strumming pattern most of the time is trying to be, at least, something like down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. But it varies. It has several variations, including stuff like down, down, up, or down, up, or down, up. Okay? And also at the end of each phrase, or more specifically on the 6th bar of each phrase, sometimes I will strum every downbeat and upbeat like this, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or sometimes I will play a little lick that I will explain later in the tutorial how to play, and the licks generally always are played with a down, down, down strumming pattern. Sometimes you're hitting just individual strings, but sometimes you're strumming the full chord, but it's down, down, down only. Down, down, down. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to go through all the sections of the song, and I'm going to explain the details. The intro is 2 phrases long, or 12 bars in other words, and I'm gonna play it for you slowly, and I'm gonna count along. I'm gonna count the bars. Okay, so the intro goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. Okay, so now at the end of that second phrase, specifically on the 6th bar of the second phrase, I play a little lick that I'm gonna explain right now how I play it. It's a lick based in the G chord, and it goes like this. First you do a pull off on the B string from the 1st fret, then you do a pull off from the 2nd fret on the G string, like that, and then you do a hammer on the D string, 2nd fret as well. So it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? One thing to note is that when I'm playing the C chord, I'm usually playing it with the pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string, and also that when I'm playing the E minor chord, I'm usually playing it also with the pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay. The verse is 4 phrases long, or 24 bars long, in other words. So it goes like this. I'm gonna play it a bit slower, and I'm gonna count along as well. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay. Now, during that, specifically on the end of the second phrase again, I play a little lick on the D chord. And what I do is I go from sus4 to regular D to sus2. So what I do is I pull off with my pinky from the 3rd to the 2nd fret on the light E string, the high E string. And then I play the D sus2 twice, like this. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Like that. So that's the verse. Now we come to the harmonica interlude. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. At the end of the harmonica interlude, the first time I play it, I end it with the same lick as I do in the intro, like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But the second time I play it, when it leads into the harmonica solo, the longer harmonica solo, I actually play a simpler version of the G lick, which sounds like this. And that is pull off on the first, from the 1st fret on the B string, and then I play the 2nd fret on the G string, and then just an empty G string. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 1. To put it in context, I'm just gonna play the second phrase of the harmonica interlude with the other version of the lick. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. See, now I ended on a C, or I started the new bar, the new phrase, and the new bar on the C chord, and this is because we are now at the solo, harmonica solo part. This part is actually simpler in terms of chords than the rest of the song, and it consists of 3 chords. The solo is 4 phrases long, and usually you hold the same chord during the entirety of the phrase, or for the length of 6 bars, in other words. So I'm gonna play you the solo part, but I'm gonna go through each phrase individually to make it simpler. So the first phrase of the solo sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. All right. So it's basically, you got the C chord with the pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string for 2 bars. Then you have the regular C for 2 bars. Then you have the C9 that I mentioned earlier in the video for 2 bars as well. Okay? And now when you enter the second phrase, you're actually in G, but I only play the high 4 strings because I'm playing some, melody on top. And I play it like this. I'm going to go into detail on this one because I play it in a specific way to make it easier on myself. And I guess it will be easier for you too as well to make the transition from C9 to this. Alright? So how I play it is on the first bar, I'm standing in the C9 position right now. Now, on the first bar of this phrase, I will slide my index finger to the 3rd fret of the B string, and I'm muting the high E string, alright? So the first bar is 1, 2, 3, okay? And why I do that is so I have time to put my pinky all the way to the 7th fret on the high E string for the 2nd bar, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? And then for the next 2 bars, I slide my pinky 2 frets lower to the 5th fret on the high E string. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I just play the E and B string fretted on the 3rd fret for two bars as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're back to C for the next phrase. So to play that second phrase, I'm gonna play the first 2 phrases together so you can see how that's supposed to sound. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I played the 3rd phrase as well because it's exactly the same as the first phrase. But now for the 4th phrase, we're going to have something different, nothing too difficult. But for the 4th phrase, we're going to go into a G for 1 bar. And then I put these 2 fingers down on the 1st fret of the B string and the 2nd fret of the D string for 1 bar as well. Then we go back to a regular G for 1 bar, and then we have D for the last 3 bars of the 4th phrase of the solo, okay? And on the 6th bar, or at the end of the phrase, you go for the same lick that you used in the verse, like this. And then we're back into the verse, okay? Now I'm gonna play it all together, the solo part. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay? That's the solo part. And that's pretty much all the parts of the song. Except when you play the last verse, then you have a little outro, which is basically you repeat the last phrase of the verse. You play it twice, right? But the second time you play it, it's 1 bar longer. And this is what it sounds like. So I'm gonna play the outro now. Okay, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, that's how I see it. And as you can see, I end the song with the G-based lick that I played at the end of the second harmonica interlude. And that's about it, guys.